Once upon a time, not too long ago.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special release day edition of the Mack Brothers Podcast. We put out a new song today.
I
Demons and
want to
Desires.
share this. So,
Okay, go ahead.
of course, when we were the 1940s, and if people don't know yet, Matthew is not me. Matthew is the other one. And when we were in the 1940s, Matthew sang a song and co-wrote the lyrics with me called Zombie. He actually created the melody and the refrain. And then I kind of finished the rest, and then we put it together, and it's one of our most requested songs as the Mack Brothers and the 1940s. So it's a huge hit for us. And Matthew did it again, but not only did he do it again, he did it by himself. So Demons and Desires, which is out now, came out today. It's out everywhere. Matthew just showed it to me one day, and it was it sounded almost exactly what it sounds like now. Obviously, it's mixed and mastered, but and I was blown away then, and I'm still blown away. It is the most, it's definitely the best song Matthew's written, because I only know of two or three. And for this to be the first one that he fully wrote that's out and it's this good, it's really incredible. Matthew is a virtuoso at everything he's done so far, and this song is no different. It is an incredible adventure through the mind of a not an adolescent, but a young adult trying to change his ways, and it's fucking beautiful, and everyone should listen to it. And Matthew, you take the floor. Oh, it's called Demons and Desires, by the way.
Everything John said is completely true, and I am a genius and a virtuoso, and we'll just leave it at that. And that's the end of the podcast, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and drink League Island Brewing Club.
Yes.
Now, so actually, there's going to be there's a giant piece of music that's multiple songs that we've been working on, but was primarily written by John a while ago. It's called an album, and that's something that you probably won't hear about till next year, because we have another album.
Oh,
basically being worked on,
and
album. That's kind of what inspired me to write this, write the song. So, yeah, it's a fun song it was a fun song to write and record, and then hopefully a fun song to listen to. If it's very like a U2-y Johnny Cash. Someone said Black Keys is Johnny Cash.
Oh, who said that?
One of our Father Heart and South Philly's friends.
Oh, I love that. Scoopski, our dear friend Scoopski, friend of the pod, he said it sounds like if U2 wrote a country song, which
it's like the highest compliment we could get.
Such a high compliment. And for those who aren't as invested in U2, they actually did kind of write a country song called The Wanderer, and it's performed by Johnny Cash, but U2 wrote it and did all the music. And until he said that, I didn't even think about it, but I was like, oh shit, this sounds like actually The Wanderer's like younger but more put together song.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more up tempo. The song's it's fun. Oh, there's also a B-side on this song called That'll Do, which is so much fun, and it's one of those songs that's actually really good. It's like Our Her Majesty, and it's a song John wrote for songs with short attention spans. I think we actually have to let Mike from Bees know.
I already said so.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. So That'll Do is going to show up on the Spotify. Now that compilation's on Spotify as well. So go look up short music for short attention spans, and That'll Do is featured.
Her Majesty.
It is. That's what I've been telling people. I'm like, this is Our Her Majesty, which is, if you're like a Psycho Beatles fan, that's like a 30-something second song that they have as well. That's kind of just out there, and it's a cute little thing.
Ours is more involved than Her Majesty. Ours has more.
Yeah, it is.
But
It is.
in Her Majesty, Her Majesty, I love how they have a song called "The End," which basically ends their career, and instead of just stopping with that, they had to throw on Paul McCartney's 30-second little joke song.
He was just fooling around. I was just wanting to find a little song for Queenie. That's what I used to call her back then, Queenie. For Elizabeth, in case you were wondering.
Queen A.
Ain't it funny
Queen.
how, yeah, Queen Elizabeth, Her Majesty. But now it's King Charles. No one writes any songs about him.
Queenia, who's got the ball?
Oh, that song was actually about something else. That wasn't about the Queen. That was a little game we used to play when we were young.
I gotta say, that's my least favorite Paul McCartney song. And I haven't like
I actually really like that song. I like the drums on it a whole bunch too.
Because there's a lot of Paul McCartney songs that I don't.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 Paul McCartney songs.
Solo, he puts out so much music that of course he's not going to have hits every time. But that's one of my least favorite passable Paul McCartney songs. I'll say.
Yeah,
like I cannot. It just sounds so silly. Queenie, who's got the ball? It sounds like that's like
it's almost a Blues Clues kind of song.
What a football crowd would chant, and then Paul McCartney was like, I'm gonna write a whole song.
Do you know what that song's actually from and about?
No.
They used to play a corner game called Queenie Eye when they were kids.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
And that's the song they used to sing when they were like 5 or 6. That's why it sounds like that, because it's a kid's song to go along with a kid's game. So it's about just like growing up from a kid to an old man and learning how to navigate your life. That's why I like the song. I think it's really good, especially the bridge to the chorus. It's great. But I don't know, John. You're just my God, you're just so critical. If everyone wants to actually know how critical we are about music, go check out our Monday show called Monday Mack. That's where we usually are criticizing music, but every now and then we get diamonds in the rough.
I was actually just listening to one of the songs that we've discovered in the shower.
Bad Idea, right?
No.
Olivia Rodrigo. I listened to that earlier. That's a great song.
No, even though that's a great song, it's not technically in my rotation. But no, Ask the Community by Timbre.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just love that outro.
Yeah, that's the song.
Feel better.
Sure.
Isn't it nice to feel better? But back to Demons and Desires. So Demons and Desires is like if it's like the Wanderer's son, but the Wanderer never raised the kid because he skipped out. So Demons and Desires, the kid grown up without the Wanderer dad, trying to figure out how to be a man.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think. I think my favorite part of the song is the completely erratic solo in the middle of it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I think that's fun. I think it was like kind of experimental, but it worked. I think someone's sending John silly memes. So John's been on a Teletubbies meme kick for the past 6 months that he doesn't want to tell anyone about.
No. The funny thing is that you don't check your Instagram, and I did send.
Let's see how many I have.
I think I did send you a Teletubbies meme.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord! Thank God I don't check that.
Want to give a shout out, Matthew, to our brave little mother, who
oh, absolutely,
had a little procedure done, but she's all good. We got a good report, but she had to go through it. So, want to give a shout out to our mother who also art in South Philly.
Yes, she art in South Philly.
You know who else arts in South Philly?
I don't know. I don't know where this is going now.
Our art director, Kylie Shaw.
She art in South Philly as well.
She arts in South Philly for us. For free.
Yes, she does because she's incredible.
Yeah. But I'm gonna start.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did you spill water on yourself?
Yeah. the next because you pause and then you push play again, and then
I didn't push play on anything.
you said, "Oh, I'm
What do you-
sorry." Started talking, and then which is the pause, and then I
Oh
went
my
drinking.
God.
Well, whatever.
You know,
But
all three Akatimpunko, I can't say their names. All three brothers are playing for the Bucks now. They're all signed.
I love it. That's how I want.
I hope they bring the mom and dad. They sign the mom and dad to like advisory roles in the Bucks.
That's what I wish my company would let me do. I'd bring you in. I'd bring our Father who art in heaven in. I don't know what he would do.
Now he's in heaven.
Can you imagine our Father who art in South Philly?
If our Father who art in heaven, you're gonna bring God in.
Could you imagine?
That's a big win for you.
Could you? Well, it would be a medium-sized win. Let's be honest. I've done better deals, but
have we talked about Trump's mugshot on this podcast?
we didn't.
Did you see the guy on Fox News? What he said?
Oh, that
He said, "I have an unblemished record
of
heterosexuality," which fucking cracked me up. And he said he looks strong and he looks hard.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the fucking
I thought he looked
silliest thing I've ever heard.
You know,
It's like Anchorman.
They're so in love with him. But like he looks like he's trying, like even if he was like a thug, which he's not.
He looks like shit.
He looks like he's trying to look tough. Like he looks like a joke. Like it's not like he's like, it's not like the Frank Sinatra mugshot that's like cool looking. Or the Jimi Hendrix one that's all in Rogan's thing. It's goofy, fucking 80-year-old Donald Trump who's trying to look like a tough guy because he's arrested. I don't even know what he fucking got arrested for, I'll be honest with you. I forget which.
He has like 78 felonies.
I was going to say, I didn't know which one.
Who the fuck knows? Like, there's so many things he's got felonies for, and he's got this thing and that thing. I don't know which ones are real, which ones aren't. They're probably all real because he's just been a criminal piece of shit his whole life, but that's a whole different thing.
A part of me, this might be since we also arted in South Philly, this might be biased towards
John who fart in South Philly.
But like a lot of non-violent criminals, I kind of want them to get away with it unless they're hurting a lot of people or they were politicians.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the crime.
But like,
right?
But like him, this is my thing. If he was just a billionaire piece of shit, a part of me thinks if the system's in place the way it is, which is capitalism, and people could take advantage of it, it's not their fault. It's a bit morally they shouldn't do it, but there's nothing like if they're gaming the system, they're gaming the system. And I kind of I strive to be a very wealthy person. So, if I could take advantage of somebody, I won't, because I think I just would criminalize myself if someone looked back on this. So I wouldn't do that. But you kind of feel for some people. But when it's a politician or someone who actually is hurting people with their wealth, then fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, small white collar crimes don't really matter. I think if you're a person that has problems with, like, if you're hungry and you go steal a loaf of bread, I feel like that's a big failure of the system. But if you're someone who's just a normal person that doesn't have those issues, and you're going in department stores are a whole different story. If somebody goes and robs Balenciaga for $70,000 worth of apparel, I really don't care. I don't care at all about Balenciaga's bottom line. I think it's all situational. There's certain petty crimes now are decriminalized in certain places, like theft under $700. They don't even really do anything for it. It's just like a misdemeanor.
I usually do 2 and 1. I usually do many petty crimes.
You've been known to do that. That's true.
Did you get it?
So somebody does your nails and you run? Banana Boat Sport Ultra?
My new favorite cologne.
Your new favorite cologne?
Banana Boat. I don't even put it on. Sometimes if I'm only going to be out for 10 seconds, I'll still put it on because I just love the smell so much.
Oh my God. Everyone's gonna say, "Wow, this guy, he must have came from the beach or something." You're gonna have everyone, all your neighbors, they're all gonna come out. Wow, this guy must have went to the beach
It's a good thing we're not doing vocals. We haven't
today.
done vocals in a couple weeks because my allergies have been fucking on fire. And I'm not even an allergy boy totally,
Me,
but
dude.
like,
You ever hear of a mosquito?
yeah.
There's so many fucking mosquitoes down here. And as everyone knows, they'll probably will share a picture at some point on our page. I got a puppy.
Yes, you did.
And the little fucking thing needs to go out a lot because he poops and pees quite a bit because he's got a little baby bladder. But there are so many mosquitoes. I mean, it is just like I'm on my left leg alone, I probably have like 20, 30 bites. Like it's literally like an ungodly amount of bites. You all right over there? You still here?
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
good?
listening to you.
You fine? Yeah, it's just so many mosquitoes. It's insane. I find like dead cicada bodies too, like all over the place.
Wait, what do they? I think I know what they look like, but I don't think I.
Giant, there's like these giant flying grasshoppers too. Two of them flew in the house. And they're on the ceiling and it's insane. There's a spider outside who's my friend now. I made friends with a spider. I named him, well, we named him Samford.
Some of the names you've come up with.
Well, I wanted to name him Sam.
What was
And the
Jamie
other,
first name again? Bogart.
but well, that's the name that the breeders gave him.
That was his given name.
That was that was like that was his throwaway name. We named him Jameson
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. Because he's gonna grow up to be an alcoholic.
Yes.
Just like his uncle. No, fine.
Yeah.
And father.
Uncle Jamie.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's also the perk of it because I can say, Jamie. Dude, I even have a mosquito bite on my foot. I don't even know how I got it. I wear shoes.
You know what the most
I wear shoes.
one of the most surprising things about you is that
I actually don't have this is all an illusion and I'm just a head. I'm just really a floating head.
a couple months ago we were doing the podcast on the deck, and I asked you if you had a pair of slides and you said no, and you don't have slides, and that's one of the most shocking things about you.
Not by choice. It's not that I'm well, I guess it is by choice because I haven't decided to go out and get more. Like but I do have sandals. And
Yeah.
but I don't know if I have flip-flops.
I don't think you have flip-flops. You definitely
No, I don't.
You have a lot of moccasins.
I have no moccasins. I am moccasinless.
What happened to all your moccasins?
I wore them out, and I haven't gotten any since. They're expensive, and I'm cheap.
Are that them boat shoes you have? Are they moccasins?
Yes. They're Margaritavilles, John.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Is that a brand?
Yeah. They're Margaritavilles, yeah.
Can you pause this?
I can. We're back. John, how are you?
I'm all right.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
I guess it's my left, it's my right ear.
Your right ear?
Above it, you see that light?
What's that all about?
That's my Sunshine guitar pick.
So can you just grab it whenever you want?
Yeah, but I'm choosing not to.
Oh wow. That's incredible. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were talking about either, but I'm sure it was.
But I know something. It's not our latest single, but our second latest single. It's called Drink It and Work. And when I want to drink and work, you know what the first thing I go for is?
I know, but
a fresh, cold, perfectly existing bottle of League Island Brewing Club. That's the only thing I go for. John, why should people join the club?
Well, I'll tell you this. Do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe in an afterlife? And do you believe that there is a grand design behind all of our little tiny lives? Well, if you do, just know that your chosen deity loves League Island Brewing Club.
It's the drink of miracles.
If you're an atheist, do you know a Trey's favorite beer? It's League Island Brewing Club.
Do you know what the sun likes to drink on his downtime?
The sun god Ra is
Listen,
enjoying.
if you're an ancient Egyptian and you're burning in the sun because it's very hot out all the time in Egypt and the sun's there and you're thirsty, what do you drink? You drink League Island Brewing Company.
Yeah. Not that weird fucking grifter beer that they were making.
Yeah, not that whatever they would just
I mean grifter.
I like grifter beer. We're gonna just go with that.
What's League Island Brewing Club? Jesus' favorite beer. What is a grifter? Because I've been seeing the word a lot.
Just somebody that's like being a dickhead and you trying to just get clout, basically. Like they're just trying to get attention because it can make them money, and they're just saying whatever.
Yeah,
they're basically a piece of shit. It's basically what it is.
Ancient Egyptians would have had grifters back then.
Well, in all times, and any time where there's media or there's news or there's stories, there's going to be grifters. It's how some people make money. You know, they scam people. It's going on Twitter right now. You know, you can post whatever you want on Twitter, and if you get, X, and you can get, you get a certain amount of views, you make money now on there.
You know, I prefer to call it 10.
10, I agree. I like that. I don't believe in the letter X as a letter. I've left that behind a long time ago.
Yeah, like what if your name's Xavier, it's Avier, and for real.
You may as well just put a J on it and be Javier. Just say it.
Do you think
superior name, superior people?
Do you think that's where the name Xavier came from?
No, I think somebody just made it up. I think originally it was Xandar because there was aliens on Earth, and then it turned into Xavier because people were bored. But I actually think if you're named Xavier, chances are you're probably a fucking dork.
You know, I was asleep the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading YouTube comments because that's what you do when you're asleep, and I got into a little rabbit hole where what the fuck did it say? Matthew, entertain the people while I try to remember what the fuck I was talking about.
All right. So this is pretty frequent. John has suffered from intermittent memory loss since the age of 7. It started.
All right, I remember. So it was saying that because at first people were talking about how octopi are aliens.
Okay.
And then there was a legit argument about how humans are the aliens. Because there's like no precedent in all of Mother Nature except for what we do. There's nothing even close to the evolution or whatever. And I don't believe that. But I was reading it and I was the argument was a little bit like,
I went down a rabbit hole the other day too, and there was no rabbits there, and I was very upset. It was just a big hole. And so the only reason I knew it was a rabbit hole is somebody looked at me and said, "Wow, he's really going down that rabbit hole, isn't he?"
Well, and also the little bunny hieroglyphics that were on the side.
Think about that phrase, rabbit hole. Going down a rabbit hole, going down the rabbit hole. Someone had to go down a real rabbit hole.
Well, isn't it derived from I was going to say Hootie and the Blowfish?
Is it Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, I think that's where it's from. Because doesn't she go down the rabbit hole and it's all trippy?
Well, there's a lot to say about Alice in Wonderland. The last thing you want to talk about when it comes to that's rabbits. You know, they treated everyone terribly back then in the movie business. I mean, it was like a way smaller business
Yeah.
then than it is now. And it's like, oh, if you know, they wanted their female stars to be skinny, so they would just have them chain smoke.
Yeah.
They would just chain smoke all day. I just smiled. Did I smile for the picture?
No, I got you before. I got you.
Oh, geez. You got me on camera. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna start taking candid photos of people.
Listen, there's something I gotta say. Everyone, I'd appreciate it if you went out and you listened to our new song, Demons and Desires. This podcast was a bit erratic today, but I hope that you go listen to the song. I hope you like it. If you don't like it, that's fine too. You should still share it with people and tell them how much you hate it, because that means that they might listen to it either way. So go listen to the song, and then when you're done listening to that song, go listen to all of our other music.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God, John, I'm trying to say something here, and that's what you do. If you're watching on video, you can see John has lots of colors all over his face because he has a really, really fun relationship with the sun. Now that's why he has to wear the banana boat all the time.
Oh, wait. I got another one just for my face.
Sun bum.
Sun bum. And it smells like bananas.
You know what that rhymes with? Crumb bum creep.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to us this week for putting out, or shout out to us today for putting out a new song. I hope you like it. I'm going to go celebrate with a nice dinner tonight.
Yes.
And it's going to be very fun.
I'm going to bring our mother who art in South Philly sherbet. And then I might go watch the Phillies game with relatives of ours.
John, that sounds like a great time. I hope that they don't hit a baseball into the stands and it hits you directly square in the forehead, and then you die.
It's possible.
It's not possible. It's not going to happen. You're too fast to let that happen.
This is, but these are the games that you need to play. If you want to play the game, you got to be prepared for it.
I thought you were going to say this has been the Mack Brothers Podcast.
Everyone. Real quick.
All right,
people have been making fun of me for it recently. For some reason, I've developed an evil person's laugh. I just heard myself.
Do you go ha 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 ha?
I just heard myself do it.
What do you mean?
I just like that, but it's real.
You know, I have a white, which doesn't make sense as a name, a white golden retriever puppy. And when I laugh at things and I'm petting him, I do feel a little evil.
Yeah.
I do. And when I'm carrying him around, I feel a little evil as well. Like he makes me feel very diabolical.
Yeah. It's the same thing that League Island Brewing Club does to me.
That's true. Well, everyone, thank you for watching or listening. Go check out Demons and Desires.
Demons and Desires
everywhere. It's everywhere. And then listen to That'll Do. It's the cutest song we've ever done. And thank you, and take care of yourselves.
You know, when's this gonna run the fuck out?
I don't know, John. I don't know. I've been waiting.
Might as well just let it go.
I've been waiting forever for this to end. I'm so sick of talking about